Okay, these switches actually control the high current relays for the second battery. So right now I'm driving kind of slow because I'm going up a hill. But I've also added the electric only switch to the Prius. There's actually a forum that shows you how to connect all the wires to your engine control, computer, or actually a hybrid control module to enable the electric only mode or EV switch. So I'm actually running the EV whenever I'm under 40 miles an hour. I can enable the EV and actually switch out of gas. So like right now I just switched it. I'm running on battery power only going up a hill. So if I switch it again, the gas engine will start back up. I'm actually ascending a hill, so I can physically say, yep, EV. And then stop the gas pedal down, go past a certain point, I think it's like half, it goes back to gas. But it isn't too bad. I've added an extra 3 MPG on my original fuel mileage. If it hadn't been for having a low average right now, normally I average around 45 MPG with the single battery, and since I've added in the extra battery, I'm getting 48 MPG on just normal driving if I'm not heavily accelerating. But I don't do that. I normally just push the gas pedal down and go. I don't drive slow on it, so I could probably get about 55 MPG if I really wanted to drive it slow or easy. I don't do that, so I'm getting 38 miles to a gallon with the extra battery versus the 36 miles to a gallon that I was getting with the original battery by itself. So running both identical batteries works pretty good. I don't have any problem with overheating or anything like that. Batteries seem to say same voltage all around. All the cells are balanced. I check the cells and everything manually with the voltmeter, so that takes about an hour to check all the cells by the time I pull the covers off of it. But it actually isn't too bad of a conversion. Give me just a second here. No. Hot trunk, and we'll look at the trunk. I do apologize for the quality because it is raining. So I've got a Toyota Avalon trunk cover in here. So I'll just remove everything. There we go. This is the second battery. I don't have the fan plugged in yet, so I'm just going to plug the fan directly in with the harness from the actual Prius fan with some solid state relays and stuff to power it. So whenever the fan turns on for the main battery, it turns this fan on to cool the secondary battery. Still kept all factory safety switches and stuff in it, so if I pour this out, it disables both batteries. Not only does it just disable the one, it disables both, so it's all factory wired in. You can't go wrong other than the open battery leads here, which everybody knows to stay out of my car, so it ain't too big of a deal. I keep all that covered up. I'm also running, I kept all the factory harnesses and stuff off of the Toyota Avalon hybrid, and I've got the amp meter and everything wired in. Once I get the Arduino and everything, or whatever I need to program it, I can physically read all the data from this battery, including battery voltages, while at the same time running a lithium iron phosphate 12-volt battery. So I keep a good check on that. That was great. A whole lot better than having the sealed lead acid battery that Prius has that gets about 2 years of life and dies for no reason. That battery stays charged. I've not had any problems with it. Let's install. Oh, let's see here. Pull all this stuff in. Cover my batteries up. I apologize for the phone rotation not working. There we go. I get an extra 3 MPG with second battery. You would expect to have more than 3 MPG with a second battery, but I'm honestly happy with it. 3 extra miles that I didn't have before. So I'm actually going to go down a hill. If I can keep the video and everything running. The whole time I'm descending, I'm actually not really using the brake much because it has a regenerative braking to charge the batteries. Since I'm running dual batteries, I've got more of an aggressive regen braking, so it actually stops you a lot faster with just a little bit of pressure on the brake pedal, versus before you press it down a little bit more to stop, but now it's actually decent brake. I apologize for not showing my face here, but there I am. Right now we're just ascending a hill. Turn the heat and everything off so the gas engine doesn't fire up at all. And by the time we get down, the battery may be full charged. Normally it doesn't charge all the way back up ascending this hill, but occasionally it does. If I can stay above 25 miles an hour and keep my foot on the brake just a little bit, it'll actually charge it up more. As we can see, I just gained an extra bar of battery. When I left, it was full. Of course, it had to warm up and everything before I left. So we're saying that was the MPG coming up the hill. That really isn't that that good of an MPG. So here we go, 28 miles an hour, charging batteries. And this is just a work vehicle, so I'm not really worried about how clean or well taken care of it is. There's garbage everywhere. So, Wendy's cup and some power steering fluid for my Mazda RX-8. That actually doesn't have power steering fluid in it. I think that's engine oil I'll put in there. So, almost down the hill, but almost charged battery, so I'm going to enable the electric only. Stay with what I have now. Alright, here we go. 148.2 miles. Battery only. I'm still coasting from the hill, so I'll see how far we can go without gas engine assisting. Well, it's kind of hard to keep it from running whenever you're doing 40 miles an hour. On a second gen Prius, 40 was as fast as you could go with electric only. And there we go with the battery only. Had to get below 37 before it would actually make it. Well, it is cold outside. It's 45 degrees and the batteries are cool, so I may not even be able to this is actually level ground now. Let's fully turn the climate control off. Watch where we're driving. Okay, now it's battery only. We've got a 4 battery now. We're at 49.4 miles. Should be able to keep a 30 mile an hour speed. Got up this small hill. We'll actually start descending another hill. Down below 34, so we can go back into electric only. Now it's electric only, and we should be able to drive about 1.8 miles. We're at 149.8 on my trip odometer. Keep a steady speed, 32 miles an hour. There's no one behind me, so I'm fine with that. Normally I would only get 0.9 of a mile, almost a mile. I'm just EV only. Now I'm getting 1.8 miles on EV. And at any time, if anything happens, I can actually flip the switches to turn the secondary battery off. Getting some fog on the windshield here. So turn the defroster on and fire the engine up. So we're going to do away with that for now. Normally well, there we go, got the engines fired back up. Okay, I had to turn it back off for a second. You really got to watch your speed on this one. You hit 33 miles an hour, that engine will start right back up. So keep a DV switch on. It doesn't do anything, you just flip it once like press the button. We're at 1 mile. 1.2 miles. And we're at the 34 mile an hour mark. So we'll slow back down to 32. Re-enable the EV only. There was a couple hills between here and there. You know, we're at 1.4. So I should get about 2 miles out of this one because the engine fired up a couple of times. charge some batteries up because there wasn't enough solar to keep the red light charged. That sucks. So we're still on battery. Hasn't really dropped, but about a bar. And we started at 149.8. Yeah, 149.8. So I've got basically 2 miles on it so far. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna say 2 miles. Well, now we have 2 miles on it, so it's 1.8 now. So we've got 2 miles on the battery only. Doing about 25 miles an hour. It's got some room. We're up 2.1 miles on EV only. We finally lost a couple bars of battery power. 30 miles an hour. And I'm descending another hill, so the mileage and everything on flat land is about 1.8 miles on level ground. So now we're at 2.3 miles. Like I said, normally it gets 1.8 if you're not descending down hills. If you're just on level ground, it's 1.8 miles. If you stay at a steady 30 miles an hour speed. So we're 2.5 miles. Drop down to 3 bars of battery. It's actually pretty good. It's better than what I was expecting it to be around this area. I've never really went this far on battery only. So in this other area I haven't. Okay, 2.7 miles. And the engine finally started up and I'm not able to get out of the EV mode. Well, maybe I just did. So, I'm going to say 3 miles of EV power. 1.8 miles level ground, 3 miles going down a gradual hill and a couple slopes and some not so level roads. So I'm going to cut the video right here. There's a test of dual hybrid batteries on a Toyota Prius 2005 model. We're going to go back up the road. Still running on battery only. .8, 2.5 miles, I think is what I'm at. I forgot where I stopped at. And now we're having to charge battery. So 2.5 miles of EV only, 3 miles. I'm just gonna say 3 miles because it's trip odometer's at 153.3. And the engine started up a 1/10 of a mile ago. I'm going to cut it right there. Guys, I'll talk to you later. Hope this video clears everything up on running dual batteries on the Toyota Prius. You get an extra 3 MPG and up to 3 miles on just EV power up.